Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Filler Friday, the fourth part of Ironman Challenge. Sorry I did not make any videos last week. I've just taken a break, if you will, because of the holidays. But I am back in business. Sorry if any of you were wondering why I didn't make videos. I suppose there's no real reason. I just needed some time off, really, to just kind of relax. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. But I'm back in business, and last time I left off, I was on a cliff somewhere trying to get away from enemies, and now I have to clear my way through these enemies and get to the shoreline. So I hope all of you had a very Merry Christmas, as I did make those holiday videos. And I hope all of you had a Happy New Year. And 2014 will hopefully be a big year for my channel. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some beta for not only Reaper of Souls, which I still haven't gotten yet, but also Warlords of Draenor when that does become available. So it should be pretty cool. And actually, yeah, they did implement the shop. My bags are full, so you can't access it, but it's in game now. And I made a video when it was in the PTR stage, and so I'm glad it made it through to live, because I want that Enchanted Fade Dragon, and now it'll go into my bags right away. Ah, shit. My bags are full. Okay. So yeah, I'm sorry about, sometimes having these random spurts where I just don't make videos, but I mean, if I don't feel motivated to make a video, or I feel I need to take a break, then I'm gonna do just that. I try and work as diligently as I can on videos, but again, I can't guarantee that there are going to be those spurts where I just stop making them. Not permanently, of course, but just for a little bit. But definitely, I am going to get back in the swing of things. And I know a lot of you out there want a new WoW discussions video, and because that's what most of you have subscribed to my channel from, through seeing those, and I'm glad of the positive feedback of these Filler Friday Ironman Challenge videos. However, at the end of the day, these are filler, and as of the last couple of weeks, they've really been my only content. It's becoming less so filler and just more regular stuff. I mean, if you want me to play other stuff for Filler Fridays, that's fine. Just let me know in the comments, or PM me, or whatever. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. I haven't posted anything on the Facebook yet, because I'm really just waiting to get at least a decent amount of likes on that page before I actually do anything with it. But Twitter, it's synced up with my YouTube, so anytime I upload a video, it will be posted through Twitter. Every time I like a video, anything like that. So that's pretty cool. I couldn't get it to work with a Facebook profile. For some reason, it wouldn't let me, and it wanted me to switch to my personal Facebook page instead of the fan page I created, which I am not connecting it to my personal Facebook because, for obvious reasons. Same reason why I wouldn't have my real name here, on YouTube. So, you guys know me as Noah, but I mean that's about it. I mean, any other information, my bags are full. Okay. So yeah, you can go ahead and follow me through those if you have either of those. Links are in the channel page, or whatever, the info tab, or what, I don't know what it's labeled as now. I mean, YouTube changes their stuff so often. I have made videos before this channel on YouTube before. I made them back in 2008. If any of you ever followed people like Shippage on YouTube, back in 2008, 2007, when he was really popular, he made tons of Super Smash Brothers Melee and Brawl, Machinima show and stuff, and it was really funny and entertaining. I enjoyed it a lot, and so I tried to make some, and it turned out awful because I never had a capture card or anything. it was is god awful. I made the videos back in like 2008. They are not posted any longer on my old YouTube account. I still have the old YouTube account active, mainly as a way to get to my older videos that I liked or like favorited or whatever on that profile, because there are like a couple thousand favorited videos that I may not be able to find again. And I still do that with my current channel now. I always favorite or like videos that I think, that I may not always remember. There are some videos that I'll never forget, but there are so many videos out there that I've seen that there's no way for me to ever remember them all. So I usually just favorite or like them. I usually alternate between the two because I don't like having a huge amount of them in one playlist. But you know, sometimes I kind of wish I did, though, because sometimes I'm like, okay, did I like or favorite that video? But at the end of the day, whatever. So yeah, about the WoW discussion that'll be coming. I'm not gonna give away the topic or anything, but I've been thinking of making it like a multi-part topic. I could either make it a lengthier video, or I could make the individual topics of the discussion just a bit shorter into one video, or I could make it into 3 parts, and I think I'll make it into 3 parts, because sometimes I can get carried away as far as like the time frame and stuff. So I think definitely I will probably have it into at least 2 parts. I'm not quite sure how I'll structure it, but we'll see. And so I look forward to making it again, because I haven't had a WoW discussion video since Worlds of Draenor. Because a lot of the WoW discussion videos I made were next expansions. In fact, all of them were WoW discussion stuff, and I believe 2 of them were a 2-part thing on whether or not I thought Mists of Pandaria was a bad expansion or not. If you haven't seen those, I'm whoring out my own videos, but go ahead and watch them, because I think they're one of my better discussion videos. I like all my discussion videos, but I definitely like my points in that on whether or not Mists of Pandaria is a bad expansion because of the subscriber drop and everything like that. And it's one of my videos that I like the most, up there with at the time I really liked my Dark Below versus Rise of the Legion video. By the way, people keep commenting on. That is my most viewed video, by the way, and it's probably the first video that you guys saw of mine. The large majority of you, I would imagine. It gave me like at least 150 subscribers, and I thank you all for subscribing, by the way. But it was really. I liked it a lot. At the time, obviously it is completely irrelevant now because I was 100% wrong, but I don't know too many people that thought Wars of Draenor would be the next expansion until like 2 days before BlizzCon, where it was like trademarked or whatever. And then I, made a quick little state of affairs video like, yeah, okay, it might be the next expansion, and it was. But at the end of the day, because people are still leaving comments on that video like, haha, like, you were wrong. Like, it's neither of them, and I'm just, like, I don't respond to them because those people are dumb. Because it's like, okay, like, did you even look at the upload date? Like, I think it was uploaded in, like, August. So, like, okay, like, that was when the topic of the Dark Below was relatively fresh in mind, and, so I think it was perfectly legitimate to speculate. And even people like Nobel, who I actually saw his video that was of similar format, comparing 2 ideas, and I kind of got the same idea, but I obviously wanted to make it my own, and I think ours are completely different videos. I just got the idea to do. Okay, buddy, am I able to talk to you? There we go. It's freaking out on me. So I got the idea to do that video, but add my own flavor, which I think is fun, because obviously I don't want to rip off anyone's ideas, but that's why I tried to make it as much of my own as possible. And my videos, like I have WoW discussions too, like DD Guides does, um, but I try and do different topics, and I try and do, like I just try and add my own flavor to it, if you will, because at the end of the day, I mean, we do make WoW discussion videos, and he definitely made them first, but I try to add my own style, and I mean, he scripts his, and his are, I think, much better, well made than mine. But again, I mean, not everyone's gonna have the same opinions. I'm sure we differ on our opinions of things, and sometimes he goes more in depth about things. And mine are non-scripted. I prefer to not script any of my videos. I just, turn on the recording stuff and just, record me talking. It's like, if you would hear me talk with any of my friends on Skype about the same topic or whatever, I mean, it would literally be the exact same thing as the video, only I'm talking to you guys. Which means I'm basically talking to myself, but I'm talking to you. You get the picture. So, basically, I'm talking to you guys like I would talk to anyone else. I'm not being. I mean, obviously, I want to be professional to some extent, and obviously, I want to, have good quality. So I'm going to do some things differently, of course, but overall, I'm not going to do much of anything differently. Obviously, outside of the videos, I may use a little bit more foul language, as I do have a mouth of a sailor, but that's a thing for another time. So, and as my channel comes farther along, and if you guys stick with me, I know I have been losing subscribers because of my lack of videos, or my lack of videos that have relevance in people's eyes, and I understand that, and that's perfectly legitimate, and those people are definitely free to leave if they want. But for those of you that have stayed, I greatly appreciate it, because it's not always easy, because every YouTuber goes through these ruts where they just don't necessarily feel like making videos, but some force themselves to make them otherwise. But I mean, like, some people will go like a week without making a video, and people will just get like upset. And I mean, hell, I mean, JonTron, I mean, he didn't make videos for like 6 months. No, I mean, he had a more legitimate reason than me. I mean, he was doing Game Grumps and stuff. But still, I mean, every person, WoW Krendor, all these YouTubers go through these ruts where they just don't feel like making videos. It just happens. I mean, there are times where you don't feel like going into work every day, or going into school, or whatever. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me through this. Um, it's not like a personal rut. It's not like I'm depressed or ill or anything. It's just I just didn't really feel like making videos, to be quite honest. And it's nothing against you guys or anything. It's just, sometimes you just feel like not making videos. So that's all it was. And again, I will try and make videos as much as I possibly can, and especially get back into what I do best in most people's opinion, including myself, where I think I do WoW discussions the best. So I will definitely try and do those. And that's really been the thing why, like, Filler Fridays and some State of Affairs here and there have been the main focus of the channel, is because, in all honesty, like, because WoW discussions I did a lot of, like, I did the 5.4 cinema. I mean, I did like a lot of things that were relevant for the time, but right now WoW's just kind of in a rut right now. Like, what is there really relevantly to talk about? I mean, there was a ton leading up to BlizzCon, and a ton of other stuff, which is when I made all my stuff, and now there's like nothing to talk about. I mean, what, you want me to make like Diablo 3 discussion video? I mean, I do it, I guess, if you guys wanted me to, but there's just not that much to talk about, and I haven't really been that into WoW lately, because I just haven't really, just been into it. I don't really have a guild. I just recently, wrong way. I recently joined a new guild in hopes that I would get back into raiding, and their times aren't exactly the best for me to be raiding. Um, but and sometimes I get lazy and I want to do just other things other than raiding. I think it may be too far gone to me to get into the Pandaria raiding, which I don't like, because I mean, I like the Pandaria rating. I just don't like how it may be too late to get into the rating, because I think the Pandaria rating's been really good from what I've done. in the former patches and everything. I've enjoyed everything every time I've done it. Uh, the content and the experience and the boss battles, it's all awesome. Throne of Thunder is probably one of my favorite raids. I mean, yeah, the trash was dull and horrible, but I mean, that's just raid trash as a whole. I mean, you think Molten Core trash was fun? No. Uh, but it's just I like how the raids in Pandaria have been massive, and having at least 12 bosses in the past couple raids, and it I like that because I think a raid should be an epic, super long, multiple hour hard work grind fest. I mean, not overly grindy, mind you, but I mean that's just what WoW raiding is, and I don't know if they'll change it in Worlds of Draenor, but I don't really care if they change it or not because let's be honest, the main thing behind, um, well, really the two main reasons why everyone does raids is for the epic purple loot and the social experience. Now, I do it for the social experience, the gear, and the story, and I think most people probably do for those three reasons. Um, I, if it weren't for the people raiding with you and everything, I mean, raids wouldn't be nearly as fun, and that's what they were all about earlier in WoW too. It's just the social experience. The people made it worth doing. I mean, sure, it's nice to get a virtual trophy, so to speak, in forms of achievements and epic gear. But am I allowed to like pick up a tabard? I mean, it doesn't increase. It doesn't increase like anything really, other than just like rep towards Undercity. But like, I'm not doing any dungeons, so I'll pick it up. But I forget what I was even talking about. Oh yeah, WoW raids. That's right. But I've liked Pandaria raids from what I've seen, and I've only done like the first 6 bosses in Siege of Orgrimmar, and I've enjoyed them a lot. Um, it's just I haven't gotten the chance, and I definitely think I'll get back into raiding more. Because I think for one thing, by the time Worlds of Draenor happens, and it launches into retail and everything, I think this channel will be a lot bigger, and I'll know a lot more of you, and a lot more of you will, talk and comment and all that stuff. And if it really came down to it, I think I could find, one of your guys' guilds, or if worst comes to worst, I could always join my friend's guild on another server, which I don't even think I necessarily have to switch servers. I could, because I have all the cross realm stuff now. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm still not used to all the new features like flex rating. Like the other day I did a flex raid, and I'm like, once we reached 10 people, I'm like, okay, we're good to go. And then more people kept joining. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, more people can join. So I'm still not used to it because of all the years and years that it's been the same formula. But I like flex a lot, like a ton, and I'm glad that that's going to be like the new standard, other than like the mystic or mythic or whatever the hell it's called, new difficulty that's going to be 20 man, um, and then all the others being 10 through 25, including Raid Finder. I like that a lot. Um, and again, I mean, I mentioned this before, but I like the direction that Worlds of Draenor is going in because, in my opinion, if Blizzard and the community as a whole, which I definitely want this, if we all want WoW to become that super, trendy game that it was. I mean, maybe its time period was when it first, came out, and then that's it. That's the only golden age of WoW it's ever going to have, which is more than likely, perhaps. But the only way WoW can really gain some of that popularity back is, oh my god, that was an amazing crit. Um, but damn, that got me off guard. The only way that WoW is going to get back to its former level of success is if it completely changes its formula, which is why I am excited for Worlds of Draenor, is because I think that they're changing up the way the game plays. I mean, it's important to still make it feel like WoW, but at the same time, it's also important to change it up a lot, which I definitely think that. Oh, that's just a Wintervale thing. Screw that. Um, but WoW needs to change up the way it plays and everything, and so I think that Wars of Draenor looks very impressive. I like a lot of the new features. Garrisons will be awesome. And in my opinion, garrisons should be like a guild-wide thing. I think that'd be cooler, like a guild town, and you can like show off to other guilds and stuff. But whatever. And I'm interested to see how they make that work in like the open world. I mean, obviously it's gonna have to work with like phasing or something, but I mean, because it's gonna be in the actual world. It's not gonna be like an instanced thing. So who knows? But I look forward to Wars of Draenor a lot, and regardless if I'm in beta or not, which I really hope I am, because I've never... Hearthstone's the first Blizzard beta I've ever been in. The closed beta, anyway. I played Diablo 3 open beta weekend one time. But other than that, I've never had a Blizzard beta, and I mean, I know it's, for the most part, it's randomly generated. I mean, there are some like major YouTubers out there that are always gonna get in on it, but I know that it's mostly randomly generated. I mean, I'm kind of upset that I've never gotten a Blizzard beta, obviously. I've been playing, I grew up playing the Warcraft games, the classic Warcraft games. And so, like, Nintendo games and Warcraft. I mean, those were basically my childhood. So, I've been a supporter of Blizzard for a long, long time. And I mean, I don't necessarily expect them to know that, and I don't feel entitled necessarily, because that ain't me. Screw that. But it would be nice to get a beta. Is all I'm saying. Blizzard, look, if you're watching, just make it happen. Just say. But so. But I'll wait and see what happens, and if I get beta, then hooray. But and I think the larger this channel gets, I think the more likely I'm going to get beta, just because they'll see me and they'll be like, hey, he's a YouTube channel and he'll make beta videos. So yeah, then again, I was gonna make Hearthstone videos once I had the beta, and look how that's turned out. I made one video, and that's all I've ever made. So yeah, I actually may make some Hearthstone videos, but I don't know. I've been saying that for forever, and am I ever gonna do it? Maybe. I mean, I said I was gonna make that one Diablo 3 Reaper Souls PTR thing too, but I mean, I don't know if I'll ever make that either. I should never promise you guys that I'll come out with a certain video at all, let alone a specific date for it, because I'm setting myself up for failure if I do either, let alone if I do both. It's like, so basically, if I say I'm going to come out with a video on a Saturday, you might get a video on Saturday, but it most likely will be a completely different video. And more than likely, I will never ever make the video that I actually promised to make, like my Christmas special video, or well, I actually made that video, but then I didn't upload it, and then, well, I uploaded it, and then I deleted it because I'm like, yeah, I'm not really digging it. So, it's just a mixture of things. I'll keep my shield. So more than likely, what you can deem from this in the future is if I say I'm going to make a video, I probably am not. Just saying. Look, I'm naturally lazy. Okay, I work as hard on, as many of my videos as I can, but that doesn't necessarily help me not procrastinate on certain things. But anyway, I guess that's where I'm gonna go ahead and call this. I think we got up 2 levels. I think we started at 6 and we're at 8, so we're making good progress. These WoW videos tend to be very lengthy, and many parts of them in general as we level up, because leveling up obviously gets slower and slower and slower, so we make less progress each video. But oh well, and I don't want them to get extremely lengthy, and I'll have to see how long this one is, because I haven't even looked at the time. But so just stay with me, guys, and I promise that regardless of when I'm not gonna say oh, this WoW discussion video is going to come out this weekend or this day, because yeah, I don't know when the hell it's going to come out. I mean, I'm going to try and make it as soon as possible and upload it as soon as possible. That's all I'm going to say. But it is coming, regardless of other videos that I've said are coming, because I definitely want to make more WoW discussion videos. I want to do a lot of stuff, but that hasn't stopped me before. But still, um, just stay with me, guys, and I promise that I will come out with plenty of more videos on top of Filler Friday. I know Filler Friday has really been the only thing that's come out in recent weeks, but I promise that there is more coming. So just stay with me on this crazy YouTube ride, and hopefully one day this channel will become fairly large. So just one video at a time. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.